Hey there, writer rebels. One of the huge decisions you need to make when you're self-publishing is whether you want to be a wide author or a Kindle Unlimited author. Well, today I'm going to talk a little bit about both of the programs and explain why I've decided to be a wide author. Some of the reasons may surprise you, so definitely stay tuned. Hello, everyone. I'm Scarlett Kol and welcome to my channel. I'm a young adult author, YouTuber, and storyteller, and on Thursdays, I like to discuss writing and publishing right here. If you've never been here before, I hope you like what you see and would love to join us. And for those people who keep coming back, I appreciate you so much, and I will continue to make videos as long as you continue to keep watching them. This week, we're going to talk about a very heated topic, which is whether or not to be a Kindle Unlimited author or a wide author. The reason this is kind of coming up is within the last couple of weeks, there has been something called the Kobo Plus program that has started in Canada. This program was originally in Belgium and has been running for several years, but it has now come over to North America and has started in Canada, and there are rumors that it's going to start in the US. What the Kobo Plus program is essentially a subscription program so that people would pay a flat fee every month and would get to read as many books as they want on the Kobo platform that are enrolled in the Kobo Plus program. Does that sound a little bit familiar? I'm sure it does. It sounds a lot like the Kindle Unlimited program that's already being run by Amazon and has been running since about 2012, 2014. The only difference with the Kobo Plus program is that you are not required exclusivity as an author to be in the Kobo Plus program. When you're in the Kindle Unlimited program, you are not allowed to sell your ebooks at any other vendor other than Amazon to be able to be in the program. Kobo, on the other hand, is not doing that and is not requiring you to be exclusive and is allowing you to have your books wherever you want and still be enrolled in the program. Every time something like this comes along and shakes up the industry a little bit, there's always the discussion of whether or not you should be a wide author or a Kindle Unlimited author. And I know there's already a ton of videos and articles and blog posts and whatever you want out there already discussing this topic in very, very immense detail. And there's definitely pros and cons to both types of careers. If you choose to be in Kindle Unlimited, it keeps things very simple. You're only dealing with Amazon. There's only one vendor you need to upload files to. There's only one person that's paying your paychecks, and all of these other wonderful things of dealing with Amazon. There's voracious readers who go through books very, very quickly. You get paid by page read in case somebody doesn't read your entire book. So there are definitely benefits to the Kindle Unlimited program. However, I have chosen not to be in Kindle Unlimited. I have chosen to be a wide author. If you don't understand what a wide author is, it's basically somebody who has chosen not to be in the Kindle Unlimited program and has all of their books available on any available ebook platform that they choose to or can get. So those would include Kobo, Google Play, Apple Books, Nook through Barnes & Noble. There's various ones in various different countries that would be used. They would also have them in things like Overdrive, which is the ebook repository for libraries. So if you choose to be a wide author, you're going to be on all those platforms. If you choose to be a Kindle Unlimited author, you are going to be able to be paid by page reads through their subscription program, but you are not allowed to have your books for sale anywhere other than Amazon. This is exclusive to ebook. You can have your paperbacks wherever you want, regardless of which program you're in. So when you are an author and you start out publishing, you need to decide whether or not you want to be a wide author or a Kindle Unlimited author. Of course, this isn't a permanent decision, and you can actually switch back and forth. You can start out wide, pull your books and put them in Kindle Unlimited, because the Kindle Unlimited contract is only 90 days per book. You can split things, put one series out wide, one series in Kindle Unlimited, roll them back and forth, do whatever you want. But at one particular time, you can only be in one or the other. There are also other nuances, including pay structure and various different corporate policies that will play into this as well. However, I don't want this video to get too negative because it can very easily go badly. And I've seen that happen with other YouTubers and through various other articles where it gets super, super heated. I like to keep things relatively positive on this channel. So instead of hashing out those nitty-gritty details that can be either good or bad for an author, I figured it would probably be best to come from a place of experience. And this is why I've chosen to be a wide author and why I think that that's the best decision I made for my career, because everybody's author career is going to be different. And For those people who choose to be wide, it may be great for them. Maybe they're losing out not being in Kindle Unlimited, maybe they aren't. And vice versa. There's a lot of people in Kindle Unlimited that are doing amazing and probably wouldn't even consider switching to wide. So it is definitely a personal decision based on what kind of person you are, what you want for your author career, and to some extent, what kind of genres and categories you're writing in, because that will influence things a little bit. Some things are more popular in Kindle Unlimited versus wide, and etc. But before I get into the details, I have two exciting things that I need to tell you about first. First off, I've mentioned this a couple of times already, but this Saturday is going to be Wordstock. Wordstock is a authortuber event where there is a theme that is given to authortubers and they create a video based on that theme. This month's theme is story structure, and I will be doing a video and releasing it on Saturday about the dreaded middle, or the middle of your story when you're writing. So if you are interested in hearing about that, make sure you are checking back, or even better, hit that subscription bar and the notification bell, and they'll pop you an email as soon as that video goes up. Also, I'm going to be doing my first write-in. I mentioned this before in one of my Camp Nano pep talk videos that I wanted to do a write-in during Camp Nano, even though I'm not doing Camp Nano myself. So tomorrow night, that's Friday at 7 p.m. Central Time, I'm going to be doing a live write-in here on YouTube. If you would like to join me, I already have the link already set up on my page, so you can set yourself a reminder of when I go live. If you're a subscriber, they will send you an email as well. I'm going to be doing sprints for probably 3 or so hours, so you can pop in and out whenever you want. If this is something that's goes really well and you're interested in, then maybe this is something that I'll need to do on a regular basis. So hopefully you will join me for that. But let's get back to our topic at hand, shall we? We were talking about wide versus Kindle Unlimited authors. And like I said, I am a wide author. However, there's a few of you out there that are probably going to be like, Scarlett, I know you have books in Kindle Unlimited. Well, fact is, I do. These 4 right here, as part of the Kingdom of Fairy Tale series, King of Beasts, Heir of Beauty, Throne of Betrayal, and God of Illusion, are all in Kindle Unlimited. These are in Kindle Unlimited because of how they were published. They were published through Enchanted Quill, and it was a collaboration project. The project itself is a Kindle Unlimited project, and I didn't really have a lot of say in terms of how they were going to be published. I also have some anthologies coming up where I'm going to have stories in those anthologies, and they're going to be featured in Kindle Unlimited. However, any of my books where I am a single author on them, and it's not an anthology, it's not any sort of massive project like the Kingdom of Fairy Tales, are going to be on wide platforms, and all of my singular author titles are all wide. Most of the projects that I get into for anthologies are passion projects and things that I am very interested in trying out. So I usually agree to go into Kindle Unlimited just because I want to do that project. I think going forward that I might want to try to steer more to some more wide projects, and you'll probably understand that as I go through some of my reasonings as to why I'm a wide author, but that is something that I am definitely considering as well if you are a wide reader. So for all intents and purposes, I am a wide author. But why is that? First reason, because I started as a wide author. My first 2 books, Wicked Descent and Mercury Rises, have come out with small press publishers. Both of these publishers are wide publishers and are on all the major ebook platforms. That isn't something that I would ever be able to decide about. If I signed with them, that's just the way that they run their business and the way that they want their books distributed. Therefore, I am at that mercy. I didn't have a problem with that. Obviously, I signed those contracts and I worked with those publishers, but my first 2 books were wide. I have a lot of readers who have read me on Kobo or on Google or on Apple and prefer to read on those platforms. So when I decided that I was going to start publishing some of my own stuff, which is my Faraway High series, I decided that I wanted to make those available to those people who had started reading my books right from the beginning. And I wanted them to be able to read those without having to go to Amazon if that's not something that they were comfortable with. One of the things I will mention, and I did say before about how you can flip back and forth between Kindle Unlimited and being wide or split things, is that the Kindle Unlimited audience is generally different than the pay per novel audience or the wide audience, because they prefer to consume their material in different ways. if you are going to choose to be a Kindle Unlimited author or you're going to choose to be a wide author, it is often recommended to at least stay there for a longer period of time to try it out because you are developing different reader sets. A lot of complaints that some people will find either coming out of wide readership into Kindle Unlimited or vice versa is that they're basically like starting over again because those aren't the same readers that have been reading their books from the get-go. So for me, I've already started establishing a readership on a wide basis. So it kind of made sense for me to continue on with a wide basis to start developing my career. There's a lot of other reasons, which I'm going to get to, but starting as a wide author kind of made sense to stay that way. The second reason I am a wide author is because I'm Canadian. That really doesn't factor into the decision. You are allowed to be in Kindle Unlimited if you're a Canadian author, and there are a ton of Canadian authors that use the Kindle Unlimited program. However, one of the things that is very popular in Canada is Kobo. Kobo is a big platform in Canada and probably why the Kobo Plus program started in Canada before it moved to the United States. So considering it's one of the bigger platforms in my country, I would like to have my ebooks available to people who live in my country to read them on the platforms that they're comfortable with. By allowing myself to be on Kobo, I'm accessing that audience because some people aren't going to move into Amazon, or at least not yet. The other thing about that is there's a store called Chapters Indigo. If you've never heard of Chapters Indigo, essentially it's the Canadian Barnes & Noble. If you are associated with Kobo, and this is one of the reasons that Kobo is so popular in Canada, is because Chapters Indigo doesn't have its own e-reader like Barnes & Noble does. It is associated with Kobo. So the e-reader associated with this major bookstore chain is Kobo. And if you were to search my books up on the Chapters Indigo website, which a lot of people in Canada will if it's something that they're interested in, they are going to be displayed there through Kobo. So by being on the Kobo platform for me, it allows me to reach a more Canadian audience, which is very important because this is the country where I was born and grew up, and I would love to have more Canadian readers. Further to that, the Canadian readers actually get penalized a little bit with some of the promotions that you can get in Kindle Unlimited, which isn't something that I was particularly fond of. One of the things that you can do when you're in Kindle Unlimited is you can offer your book for free so if somebody wanted to purchase it, it would be available for free for up to 5 days. Or you can do something called a countdown deal, which is essentially you can drop the price of your book for a period of time. These deals are not available in Canada. You can only do them in the US and the UK. So if I'm in Kindle Unlimited and I decide to do a 99-cent sale on one of my books through a Kindle Countdown deal or offer it up for free, only US readers are going to get that benefit. None of my Canadian readership, even if they are Amazon readers, are going to be able to get that benefit because there are actually electronics trades rights issues where they aren't able to download them from the American website. They can only download them from the Canadian Amazon website, which is not going to offer those deals. Obviously, that's going to be a problem if I'm also marketing to a Canadian market because they aren't going to get those deals. And it might make them a little bit angry if I'm advertising something for 99 cents and it's not available to them for 99 cents. So for me, just some of the patriotism of being Canadian, I much prefer to be a wide author because then I can be a little bit more even across the board as to how I'm offering deals and how I'm marketing things blanket across all countries. Speaking of all countries, that is the third reason why I'm a wide author, and that is world domination. Yes, I have a little while to go before I get to that point, but I would like to have my ebooks in translations, and I would like to have them available to as many readers as possible. Growing up as a big reader, I always wanted my book available everywhere, and having my books wide as opposed to in Kindle Unlimited allows me to do that. There's several countries that don't have Amazon or don't order from Amazon, or there's other platforms similar to Canada that are more popular than Amazon for their ebook platforms. I would love my books to be available on those platforms and to grow my readership worldwide. To do that, that means I cannot be in the Kindle Unlimited program because it doesn't allow me the flexibility to do that. The other reason I am a wide author is because I'm trying to think about things long term. What do I mean by this? Well, essentially, I don't know what's going to happen. Kindle Unlimited kind of came out of nowhere. Kobo Plus kind of came out of nowhere. Things change in publishing all the time. I don't know what it's going to be like in 5 years, in 10 years, or anything like that. But my intent is to still be an author and to still be publishing books. By allowing myself to be a wide author, I have a little bit more flexibility in terms of what I want to do. If for all of a sudden Amazon doesn't end up being the most popular thing out there, then I have other platforms to which I can build my readership on. If something bad happens at Amazon, I am not restricted by any of their policies. If they made a change to how they're going to pay their authors or anything like that, I have other platforms that I can work with. If I ever got shut out of any of these programs for whatever reason, I have other platforms that I can work with. So I think being wide gives me a little bit more flexibility. However, I could be wrong. In 5 years, Amazon could completely take over the world, and all of these other platforms could either go under or be worth absolutely nothing. And then I would be starting over trying to build myself back on Amazon. It's very true. It can go either way. However, I had to bet on something, and this is the way that I wanted to go. The next reason I've decided to be a wide author is because I'm a little bit obsessive. So when I have books in Kindle Unlimited, and Falling, this book here, was actually in Kindle Unlimited for a period of time, I became absolutely obsessed with Amazon. Its ranks, its page reads, all of that sort of stuff. I spent way too much time trying to follow that. I would go onto my Author Central site, and every time a book is taken out or borrowed in the Kindle Unlimited program, your rank changes. And then there would be page reads coming in. So my rank would change, but I wouldn't have a sale or page reads, and then I would start freaking out about it. That's just kind of my personality type. If you know anything about me, I really like to be in control of a lot of things, hence why I probably really enjoy self-publishing. But one of the things with that is I just became obsessed with my Amazon dashboard. I always wanted to know where things were at, and I was constantly checking my rank and obsessed with it. By going wide, my rank suffers. I understand this because not all of my sales are going to be coming from one place, and I'm not going to get the bump from the page reads. It was a little bit of a difficult thing to get over, but now I'm not obsessed with those dashboards as much anymore because I'm not constantly trying to check my rank, because I know my rank is not going to be fantastic, because I could be making sales on Apple today, or I could be making sales on Kobo today, which gives me some other options. This has done a lot for my stress level and has really, really helped me out as an author because I can focus on my books instead of always focusing on my sales, which leads me to the next reason why I am a wide author versus a Kindle Unlimited author, and that is because I write relatively slow. One of the benefits in Kindle Unlimited is when you are releasing books relatively fast, they help your rank, which I already said is a dangerous, dangerous thing for me. They will help your rank, plus you're going to be noticed a lot more. The more you're noticed, Amazon is going to promote you. So the faster that you're releasing books, the faster that people are reading them, the quicker you're going to build your career. However, I know that I can't write that fast, and I know even if I could, that I couldn't maintain it. So I have made the decision to try and do what's best for me and stay away from a program that's going to encourage you to write a little bit faster. There are a lot of people in Kindle Unlimited who write when they can and they release books as they can. However, I know a lot of the people that are very successful in that program write relatively quickly, and I like to be successful no matter what program that I'm in, so I want to make sure that I am doing the best that I can for myself, for my health, and for my career. And the last reason I'm a wide author is because I love libraries. I spent so much time in the library as a teenager and a preteen. Constantly I was there. I absolutely adore libraries, and I love a lot of the programs that they do. I like to speak at libraries. I just love being in libraries. They make me very happy. And I also write young adult, so I know that there's a lot of teenagers out there who don't really have the means to be buying ebooks off of Amazon or any of the platforms that I'm selling them. So by having my books wide, I'm available in Overdrive and through Baker and Taylor. By having both of those, I can be put into the library systems for ebooks. So people can actually borrow my ebooks and read them on their devices for free. I really like the opportunity to be in libraries and to be discovered by people who may not have had the chance otherwise to read any of my books if they are totally online and they're required to have a credit card or they're required to order from Amazon or something like that. I want to be available to teen readers, and I want to be available to people who don't necessarily have the means to be buying my books through ebook or Amazon or Kobo or anybody. Word of mouth is a huge marketing thing. So just because somebody is reading it for free at their library doesn't mean that they're not going to tell their friends that it's a fantastic book. Maybe their friend is going to purchase it, or maybe they're going to get it at the library as well. But one of the things that I've always wanted as a writer, and I always focused on when I was growing up and I started writing stories when I was a teenager, is that I just wanted people to read my stuff. One of the things that brings me the most joy as an author is just to have people excited about my work and interested in my next book and really, really, really want to be immersed in the worlds that I'm creating. This was something that was very, very important to me. Yes, I would love to make a ton of money off of that. That would be fantastic. But my number one goal was for people to enjoy my books. So having my books in as many places as possible, including libraries, allows for me to do that. It allows for the maximum amount of people to have access to the books that I'm writing. So those are the reasons of why I've chosen to be a wide author, and I am not enrolling my single titles in Kindle Unlimited. I have no issue with those people that do have their books in Kindle Unlimited, as I have many friends who do, and I read a lot of books that are also available in Kindle Unlimited, and some of them are really, really great. It just depends on what your goals are as an author, and as you've heard over the last several minutes, my goals do not fit with the Kindle Unlimited model. Who knows what's going to happen in a few years, and maybe things are going to change. Maybe Kobo Plus is going to force Amazon to remove their exclusivity, and that could change things again, and I could be back with a whole other video of why all my books are now in Kindle Unlimited. And I do understand that subscription programs are not going away. We have more and more subscription programs every day. There's Crave TV and Netflix and Disney Plus and all of those wonderful things out there. So I understand that that's something that's definitely here to stay and something that I'm going to have to consider going forward as more and more book subscription programs crop up from within the industry. But I definitely think that it's something that you do need to take the time to consider before you hit the publish button. What are your goals as an author? What are the goals of your business? And how do you want your books to be available to people? I made my decision for what works for me, but you have to make yours for what works for you. Anyhow, if you are a wide author or a Kindle Unlimited author, leave that in the comments below, or if you have any other questions, you can always leave them in the comments and I would love to answer them. Thank you so much for joining me. Just a quick reminder that my video about the dreaded middle for the Story Structure Wordstock Conference will be coming up on Saturday. And if you want to get some of those words down, you need to finish off that Camp Nano project, or you just have nothing going on Friday night, join me for a Rebel Write-In at 7 o'clock Central Time here on YouTube.